Now, as the fighting between Russia and Ukraine continues, President Putin suggested a new round of peace talks could bring a long-awaited ceasefire. The prospect of a halt in fighting is deeply worrying to Ukrainians living under Russian control. However, Russia now occupies just under 20% of Ukraine, mainly districts in the east. The BBC's managed to communicate with some Ukrainians in one city there, Mariupol, and along with the testimony of those who've escaped, we've pieced together the details of daily life. The city's Russian administration did not respond to the BBC's questions. Yogi Tulamai has this report.
A city bathed in Russian colours. These are some of the most recent available images from occupied Mariupol. Celebrations for World War II Victory Day. Military costumes, parades and performances. Soviet-era traditions that Ukraine had increasingly shunned, now imposed in occupied territories. This footage, filmed by pro-Russia influencers, paints a picture of a city that's being reconstructed. The exteriors of the buildings on the main street, including this drama theatre, where hundreds were killed as they sheltered in a targeted Russian bombardment, show barely any sign of the brutal war fought to capture Mariupol. But from just outside the city centre, this video, verified by the BBC, shows large areas still in ruins. A reality that Olha Onishko, who escaped from Mariupol after more than 2 years of living under occupation, also testifies to. She's now in Ukraine's Ternopil.
The Russians constantly lie. They have repaired the central square, but the rest of Mariupol is still destroyed. They cleared the debris in some places. Dead bodies were piled onto trucks along with the rubble and taken out.
This footage is secretly filmed by Ukrainians in Mariupol waging a resistance against Russia, showing how they're living. With dirty tap water, barely any electricity and poor phone networks. And in schools in and around Mariupol, young students are being taught Russia's narrative of events. Here, the annexation of Crimea presented as the Crimean Spring, in which Russia liberated it from Ukraine. It's too risky for Ukrainian activists in Mariupol to speak out openly. We communicated with them over a messaging platform.
Children are taught that Mariupol is eternally Russian land and that Russia saved it from the Nazis. Teachers who refuse to take these lessons are fired or intimidated. It's like a reprogramming of the minds of our children.
The activists also told